Hi, I'm Mary Rogers, and this is the Cuisinart Pro Classic 7-cup food processor. It's an extremely versatile piece of equipment to have in your kitchen. You notice how small the footprint is? I usually like to tell people, like, you can visualize it by realizing that it's smaller than an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, but it's a real powerhouse in the kitchen. So some of the features include the wide mouth feed tube. We just remove this by pressing the button, and it's expandable by moving that little lever. So what happens is when you go to slice and shred, you can put a whole potato in here, whole tomato, any type of fresh fruit or vegetable, and you have to do very little prepping in advance. So we just lock that back down in place. The other thing is it has an induction motor, so it's really powerful. So some of the accessories that come with your 7-cup food processor is first the S blade. This is your chopping blade. You do anything from mincing garlic to chopping herbs or onions to making any kind of spreads or even things like meatloaf mix. Always lift it by the hub, never touch it by the blade. This is your shredding disc. It's made out of stainless steel. It's very, very sturdy. It's also balanced, so it has little weights here and here. And I like to tell people it's like when you go to get your tires balanced. It keeps the blade really level and you get really efficient, great slices every time. This is your stem adapter, and you need this to put the blade in the food processor. You just mount it by lining up the arrows and turning to the right and locking it into place. To remove it, you just pull this lever and twist and turn and remove it. Always put your stem adapter on your discs by laying the discs on the countertop. That's really important. And this is how you do it for your slicing disc. Same way. This is also your slicing disc. Like I mentioned, it is a medium slice. It's great for things like coleslaw or slicing any type of vegetable. This is your dough blade. This is meant for being used with any kind of yeast-based dough. This is your compact cover. I'm going to show you how to put it on the unit. Just remove the lid with the feed tube, put it on like this, and then you just twist it to lock it into place. The last two items that come with your food processor, one is a spatula, and it has a nice flat edge on the side, and that's really great at incorporating items. I'm going to show you how to use that. And then lastly, and kind of one of the more important things that come with your product, is your how-to DVD. And it's really important to watch this. It goes through every piece and part of your product and how to get the most out of it. It's really important. Plus, there's lots of great recipes, demonstrations on there for you to watch. So now that I've talked about this 7-cup Pro Classic food processor, let's go ahead and make something so you can see how efficient it is. We're going to use the flat cover today and the chopping blade, and we're going to make a pecan blue cheese spread. So first we're going to add the pecans, just like this. We're going to put the lid on, like so, and then we're going to pulse. And when you first start using a food processor, we always tell consumers to make sure they use the pulse feature because it gives you a lot more control over the results. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to add the cream cheese, like that, and the blue cheese. And this is going to give it a really nice, smooth consistency, but you're still going to get a nice crunch with the pecans. I'm going to put the lid back on, and then we're going to chop again until it's totally incorporated. There you go. Look how quick and easy that was. And do you remember I said to you our spatula has a flat side? That's meant for scraping down your bowl. It's really efficient and easy to use. And then I'm just going to put this spread right in this little container here. And it's going to be really, really fresh and flavorful. And if you have company, you can use this as a great appetizer. And what you can do is put it out like that, spread it on some bread or some crackers, and it'll be a nice pungent thing to have with a great red wine.